And for some analysis of this trial, I'm joined now by Thomas Carr of Tully, Rinckey to tell us a little bit about behind the scenes here. Now, talk to us about this interrogation video. This is the first time in Rensselaer County that a jury has seen such a video.
Absolutely. In this case, really, it's the first time the jury's actually got to be in the interrogation room. So not only are they seeing just what's written down on a sheet of paper, they're actually seeing the police ask the questions, they're seeing the defendant's demeanor, how he's responding, if he looks at ease, if he looks coerced.
Now, the buzz around this courthouse had been perhaps that the verdict would be not guilty. We heard from those alternates last night who said they were leaning toward not guilty. What changed?
Well, the alternates don't actually go into the jury room to deliberate with the other 12 jurors. They're sequestered separately. So really what they were giving was their impression of the evidence throughout the trial, and I think there was kind of a leaning, some guilty, some not guilty. Obviously, the jury took their time, over 26 hours in this case, to come to the decision that they felt was the correct one.
And the prosecution said they really thought their medical experts played a role because thinking that Adrian Thomas threw his baby wasn't enough. There's really a higher standard for murder.
Absolutely. In this case, it was a very unique aspect of it. It was a depraved indifference that he acted recklessly and thereby caused the death. So the definition itself probably gave the jurors pause to take their time and really make sure that each element was actually proven.
About 26 hours. Tell me a little bit about, in perspective, what that means for a murder trial of this sort.
It's not unusual. It would have been more unusual for them to come back very early on with a verdict. The fact that they didn't just shows that both sides had put on a very good case, and it gave the jurors a lot of time and a lot of material over the course of the trial to really consider and analyze and weigh which, leaned them towards their verdict.
Now, today is Friday. That gives jurors an incentive, but also the judge yesterday told them, pack a bag, you may be sequestered, meaning you may have to stay in a hotel without any contact to family or friends. How does that play a role?
Well, I don't think it necessarily forces a verdict, but I think it certainly causes the jurors to concentrate their efforts more. You usually see in cases like this, coming up to a weekend where they've had a few days to deliberate, it's a pretty safe bet that there most likely would be a verdict by Friday night.
Thank you so much, Thomas Carr of Tully, Rinckey. We appreciate your expertise. And again, the verdict for Adrian Thomas, after about 3 weeks of trial and 26 hours of deliberations, the jury returns a guilty verdict. We'll have more at 6, of course, but for now, we're live in Troy. Dimitri Ganius, News 10.